Yo, what is up world, Mighty Beeps here. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. It is good to see you guys, as always, as usual. You know the intro by now. Anywho, this week's vlog, we're going to be talking about how I feel absolutely comfortable and free, creatively free that is, when I'm on set. How in the world do you feel absolutely comfortable, creatively free like I said, and able to collaborate at its maximum peak level when you're on set as a cinematographer? Well, stay tuned because I'm going to do a brief, quick talk about how I managed to feel utterly comfortable and make my days on set really fun. So before we start, you know what to do. Roll the intro, and I'll see you guys soon. Alright, so like I said, I'm going to teach you guys how I
Plan better, shoot better.
plan better, and shoot better on set. That's the mantra, that is the motto. This is something that I have learned many years ago, and I've been trying to do my best to live by it because this is how you get images to look this nice. Now for me, this is really nice. Maybe not for you, but for me, I love this image, and I want to talk to you guys about how I got to this finished product. So let's take a few or many steps back and see the process on how you get to this moment on set, feeling comfortable, feeling good, moving fastly and efficiently and confidently. So, like I said, first things up, you want to obviously get the gig as a cinematographer. You want to create a relationship with your director. And then from there, one of the first things you will do is a location scout. As you see here, this is an overhead of where I am filming for my senior thesis film. If I didn't say it, which I haven't said it yet, these stills that you're going to be seeing in this process that I'm going to be walking you through is directly in correlation with my senior thesis project, which I'm filming at the current moment. So we're looking at a overhead here. We're trying to figure out where the blocking is, where our characters live, and how the sun moves, which I don't have it on this image, but that's something that you want to keep in mind when you're filming outdoors, is just where's the sun moving? How can you work best with the sun as it moves? So here we are, overhead. That's the first thing you do. That is one of the first things that you do, is just get an overhead, especially if the location is far away, which in this case, we're filming in Camarillo, and it is much further away from USC, which is where I go to school. So the next thing that I did was a tech scout, which is pretty normal. You want to just go and check out the location, see what it looks like when your feet are actually on the ground. And then if you have the app like I actually do myself, it's called Cadridge. This allows you to select the camera that you're filming with, the lenses, the focal length, the aspect ratio, everything that you need to get a glimpse of what the actual footage will look like on the day, which is, this is my lovely director Chelsea here. So we're just out tech scouting, we're testing out lenses, we're testing out locations, where is the best place to put the camera in correlation to the sun, in correlation to the story, and all those things. So we're thinking about it, we're planning it, and we're moving forward with this entire process and idea of planning better to shoot better. So for me, the next step, I actually make some storyboards. And this is something that I have been doing for such a long time. I use the program Cinema 4D. That is how I make these 3D storyboards where I actually go in and I recreate, I should say, the entire location of wherever it is we are filming, which gives me the freedom, the liberty to be able to roam through the location without actually being there, setting the lenses, checking out the lighting, and doing everything that I possibly can before I even get to filming on set. So this here is the previous shot of what you guys saw in the beginning, which we'll jump back into the final result again later. But this is the next step in the process for me, creating storyboards in 3D. Okay, so once you have done that, we move on to the shot list and the overhead. This is something that my director has created, and I also have sat with her, and we've gone through this entire shot list and figured out the best way to organize the shots and the order. And before I even say another word, not just my director, my first AD as well, we go over this and we make sure that we are doing things in a timely manner, setting up the shots in the proper order. And again, if you're not familiar with what a shot list is, it's pretty much just the schedule of the day when you go to film, and it lets you know and lets everyone else on set know which order we are doing our shots, what the shot size is, what the angle is, if there's any movement at all with the camera, and what equipment do we need to achieve the shot, whether it be a tripod, a gimbal, Dana Dolly, and then also you can select the lens so that you and your ACs know your assistant cameras know which lens you're going to be using. And then one of the more important things that you want to have is the setup time. You really want to think about how quick you can move and set up each shot. So we have that factored in as well, so that when we step onto set, we know what we're doing, where we're doing, why we're doing, and also how long it's going to take. So that is the next step that you do. You plan, and you really just want to have the best idea of what it's going to take to get this shot up and recorded on the day. All right, so let's take a few steps back and reflect on what we actually have done to plan better and shoot better. Now, we first looked at the overhead of the location, so we now know where we're going to film, why we're going to film, and how the sun path is going to move, especially if you are filming outside. And then after that, we've done a tech scout with my director and any other key role positions to figure out what we're going to need to get the desired look, the desired shot, and so on and so forth. And then I make my 3D storyboard to help me really finesse the look and really think about the approach on how I'm going to achieve my look, the shot, and so on and so forth. After that, you create the overhead and then you put it on the shot list so that you know which order it's coming and what equipment we're going to need to achieve the shot. And then also you want to make sure that you're putting the time that you think it's going to take to shoot that exact shot. So we land on set. I'm here with my director and we are just talking about the things that we have previously planned, and everything going up until this point has been talked about, has been changed, has been altered, and now that we're on set, we're able to have that freedom, that liberty of, okay, we know what we came to do, we know how we originally saw it. Now on the day, we do have some room to have a little play. We have some room to have some creative changes, input on how we can make the shot that we dreamed up or that we planned, how it can change, how it can stay the same, and how is it looking on the day. So after talking to my director, I get with my crew. This is my first AC, my second AC, and my gaffer, and I let them know what the game plan is. I show them that shot list that we were looking at previously, and then they are able to get to work with a clear idea of what the goal is. They grab the lens that we want to use, they put the camera where it needs to be, and then the lighting with my gaffer, they come in and they help me achieve the look that I'm going for. And as you can see, we have some fixtures set up, some bounce, some negative, and this is how I'm ultimately going to get the look that I'm looking for, that we have planned many weeks or months before. As you guys now know the process to get to this moment here. And in between, as the director is talking to talent, we have our first AD going out there, providing some shade, some coverage on our talent, because of course they are extremely important and we want them to feel comfortable and we don't want them to be too extremely hot. All right, so once all of those things have been set up, we've set up the entire game, we knew what we were going for because we planned for it. And once all the planning has been done, again, I'm referencing this storyboard that I have created because we haven't been on set to actually put the camera and the lenses and everything else in the right spot that we need to. So this is my reference that I'm going off of. And then we finally get to the shot itself. And boom, this is it. I am extremely happy with how this is looking. Everyone has been working extremely hard and planning ahead and really just making sure that we know what we're going for and how we can achieve it. So that's how I feel extremely comfortable on set. And that is how we get these images that I think are actually really beautiful. And of course, I'm still learning and I'm still trying to get better each and every single day. And that, my friends, is how I feel absolutely comfortable on set. I'm not stressing about how I'm going to achieve it. The only stress that I have is how can we stay efficient? How can I help cater to every other department? So I really want to have the most seamless experience, not only for myself, but for each and every crew member on the team. So that is how you plan better and shoot better. Again, this is a mantra that I live by, and this is something that I do every single shoot that I am on. So now you know my secret. There is nothing else for me to hide on how I feel so comfortable on set. And if this is something you do, I commend you for doing it. And if this is something that you don't do, this is new to you, I'm excited to hear about how you can incorporate some of the things that I've done to help your workflow run even more smoothly, more seamless, and less confrontational, whether that be with yourself, your own thoughts, your own doubts, or with any of the members of the crew. So again, I cannot stress enough. If you plan better, you shoot better. So that is all I have for you guys this week. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you learned something. And if you did, let me know in the comments down below. I'm really excited to hear about what your process is when you go into a shoot, or what you think about my process. How can I make it better? I'm open to suggestions. Like I said, I'm learning still. I'm not a professional per se, and I don't know if I ever will be. I like to look at myself as a student, and that way I'm always open to new ways of doing things, better ways of doing things. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you have any other thoughts or questions about this entire process. I can make a much longer video on a specific section of it. Just let me know what you want to hear, what you want to learn. And yeah, so if you enjoyed this week's vlog, you know what to do. Go ahead and do a super jump on that like button down below, and also get subscribed to the YouTube channel, because every single Wednesday, just like today, and every other single Wednesday before today, is a brand new vlog. I'm Matty Beeves, a cinematographer / student. Don't forget that. And I will see you in 7 days. Fight on.
Until then, you get out there and plan better, shoot better,